All right, so we're going to talk about multi-digit division today, and everybody raise your hand if this problem seems simple to you. Okay, why does this problem seem simple to you? Dejanay. Two is a really, really easy number to work with. Exactly. When we have a division problem set up like this, what's the number underneath the division sign called? What's that called? It's called the...
divisor.
It's not the divisor.
Dividend.
It's called the dividend. And the number outside is called the divisor. And so the reason why this problem is simple is because the divisor is only 2. And 2 is a pretty simple number as far as our divisibility rules to figure out what numbers 2 fits into. And so when I'm looking at a problem like this problem's pretty simple because I'm looking to see how many times 2 can fit into what number? 5. And that's pretty simple because 2 fits into 5, correct? So I'm always looking at my divisor and I'm looking at how many times it fits into one of the digits in the dividend, maybe 2 digits, 3 digits. So where some of us were hitting a frustration level yesterday was that some of us were hitting larger numbers and our multiplication facts were causing us a little bit trouble and then therefore we're struggling, correct? Okay, so another example here, let's look at this problem. 528 divided by 8. How did this problem change from this problem? My dividend is 528, my divisor is 8, but now this changed because what happens here? What do I need to do?
You have to, because 8 can't go into 5, so you'll have to go over 1 and see if 8 can go into 52.
Right. 8 does not fit into just 5, my first digit in the dividend. It doesn't fit into 5. And so I have to regroup 2 numbers, and so I actually have to look at how many times 8 goes into 52. Now, is that still a pretty simple problem to do? It is, because most of us know our 8s pretty well. We know that 8 times 6 is 48, and we know that 8 times 7 is 56. So would this go in 6 or 7 times? 6. Okay, that's pretty simple. So when we're dividing multi-digit by 1 digit, we have pretty good success with our division. But where we're running into problems, where some of us have run into problems yesterday, is when we factor in a 2-digit or a 3-digit divisor. So let's do a problem like this. Let's do 528 divided by 24. Okay, so talk to me real quick. Raise your hand if you can fit 24 into 5. No. Think about it like pieces of gum. I cannot fit 24 pieces of gum into 1 space or into 5 spaces. So I need to regroup my digits in my dividend. Can I get 24? How many times can I get 24 into 52? How many times would 24 go into 52? Chloe? 2. So Chloe says that 24 will go into 52 2 times. And I can check it on the side of my paper by taking 24 times 2. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 2 is 4. 48. Does anybody believe that it goes more than 2 times? Nope, 2 times. So we'll put our 2 up above our 2 because our number was 52. 2 times 24 is 48. We will subtract. Borrowing as needed. 12 minus 8 is 4, and I need to bring down my 8, correct? How many times does 24 now go into 48? 2 again. 48, subtract, and we get 0. Pretty simple? Not too big of a deal. The thing of it is, as our numbers get bigger, does our workspace over here need to increase? Yep, we're going to have to try more numbers. We're going to have to multiply more options to figure out what number is our exact fix. And for some of us, as our numbers get harder, this gets trickier because we struggle a little bit with our multiplication facts. All right, let's try one more problem real quick, a little bit more difficult one. We're going to take 528 again. That's our dividend. And our divisor is 88. What made this problem become more difficult? This problem now became difficult because what do I have to do? Can I just work with the 2 first digits in the dividend? What do I need to do now, Chloe? I have to work with the whole problem. So you can kind of think of division, multi-digit division, as like little steps. The smaller my numbers are, the easier my steps are. It's like you're running up the steps in your house. If your steps are close together, it's really easy. But as my numbers get larger and my problems get larger, my steps get a little bit more challenging. How many people have tried to skip steps at home before? And as you're reaching to skip the steps and go, you're working a little bit harder to get up those steps. It's the same thing with a division problem. So this is just a bigger problem. Can you do it? Of course you can. It's just going to take you a little more effort to get through those steps. So we knew that 88 doesn't fit into 5. 88 doesn't fit into 52. But 88 does fit into 528. How many times? What do you think? 88. How many times? Logan? 6, he says. He says 6 times. Well, here's where I've got to know my facts pretty well. 6 times 8 is what, everybody? 48. Put down my 8, carry my 4. 6 times 8 is?
48.
Plus 4?
52.
52. What do I get? 528. 528, 528, it works. 528. I have zeros at the bottom, so I'm done. What would have happened if I didn't have zeros at the bottom? This one just went straight into the problem, so 6 worked, but I might have a remainder. Yes. Okay, when I do task 1 of World 1 Level 2, task 1, I will have no remainders. Are we good? All right, excellent. Let's move on, okay?